And for those of you who have been asking for last training that he did, the recording, I will share it together with this one immediately after. So please keep texting in the chat the products that you love. And right now we are going to start our training right away. I would like us to usher in our health professional council member, Dr. Derrick Mwanje, to take us through why supplement. Why supplement? That's a very important topic. And if you understand it very well, for you who is retailing products online and offline, you can easily answer your customers why. And that's why Doctor shows this topic. I really love this topic, and I'm so happy that we have this call. And I know next Thursday we shall still have another call. Wonderful at Okata Wellness. Let's all welcome Dr. Derrick Mwanje. Welcome, Doctor. Take us through what you have prepared for us, and we are so eager to learn tonight. Over to you, Dr. Derrick.
Yes, thank you very much, Jimmy. I hope you're able to hear me.
Loud and clear, Doctor.
Yes, thank you. I want to welcome all of you friends from across Africa. Welcome for our Thursday sharing, where we talk about health in a unique way. Of course, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are talking business, left, right, but Thursday, we dedicate it to the gist of the matter, or to the most important thing about our business, and that is health. And today we are going to discuss why supplement. Very, very important question. I want to welcome my very good friend, my big brother Eli. I am happy to see that you're here as well. I want to welcome I see people from Zimbabwe. I see people from Nigeria. I saw Diko, someone called Diko from Nigeria. You're very welcome. And I want to also welcome you people from Uganda, okay? I hope you are all well. So today, let's go straight into our sharing. And of course, what the VP has been talking about is very, very important, okay? One of the most important aspects of our living is health. And what makes our business, first of all, what makes it... You're able to see my screen, Mr. VP?
Not yet, Doctor.
What makes it a very good business is that we are dealing with something that is important to each and every one. Okay, everybody is very interested in their health, even those who pretend not to be.
Now I can see the screen.
Yes, even those who pretend not to be interested in their health. When things get bad, that particular point in their life, when they are being, they shift the focus from whatever's been keeping them busy to restoring their health, because they know that your health, my health, is the driving force, or is the most important capital that you have to invest in whatever you're going to achieve, or in whatever we are doing. One of the most important capitals is time, money, but most of all is health. That you have to be healthy in the first place to make good use of money. You have to be healthy in the first place for you to make good use of time to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And so our business gives us that advantage. And when we sell it, we want to sell it with good information, especially in the world where these days it's very hard to lie to people, because people read, they go Google here and say, hey, you see, even the doctors these days, you have to be a very informed doctor. Otherwise, a person can pay to come and consult you, and then you end up being the one consulting them, because they understand their problem better than you. But then what makes us professionals, or what makes you and me a professional, is to show that we understand what we are doing. We understand, we have good knowledge of what we are selling. We understand when to sell it. We also know whom to sell it. Sometimes you want to sell to everybody, but it is also prudent. Someone tells you their problem and you say, well, from what you've told me, I think these products at this particular time will not help you, but I advise you do this, then come back later. You see, that person will respect you. They'll respect you a lot, that even when the time comes for you to say, okay, now let us introduce the product, they are going to believe you more. You know, sometimes I think in our business they call it posture. They call it posture, something like that. Mr. Jimmy, you can maybe comment later on that. You want to show that you're not desperate, okay, to make a sale. You're not desperate. You don't depict this attitude that, okay, whichever way he comes, I must grab that money from this person. And then you end up, being desperate. You may make that sale now, but then the person won't come back again, okay? Because they will tell that this person lied to me. So the goal of these classes, or especially on Thursday, is to help us, understand our products in a more professional aspect. Okay, so that when you're representing the product, you're confident, you are providing the right knowledge, and you're going to have very good customers that keep buying, and not just keep buying, but they keep using the product over and over and over again. And I believe that's all we want here. Okay, very important. So we need to know that we are all strong people. Okay, we are all strong people. We are hardworking people. We wake up every day to go and provide for our families, for our loved ones. Okay, but then as we struggle every day, our bodies are not machines. Okay, they're machines, but they are not. They are dispensable. They are perishable. Okay, our bodies are perishable. They wear out. Okay, they get used up. Okay, and as we grow, we start realizing, a dip in energy, a change in the way you look. Maybe you looked younger a few years ago, but now, you're getting all this gray hair, you're getting more tired, or you're getting tired faster. Those are subtle signs that the body is changing because of the environment we live in. The environment these days is very intoxicated, okay? The environment itself, from the fumes, from the foods we eat, from the the water we take in the taps, from the environment where we work, the stress, the work stress. I think one time we shared about stress, and we say that sometimes a person is stressed, but they don't know that they are stressed. Okay, they are stressed, but they don't know that they are stressed because psychological or psychiatric conditions, it is very hard for a person to diagnose themselves of a psychiatric condition. And someone who is depressed, they will not accept that they are depressed. Someone who is stressed, they will not know that they are stressed. Someone who has bipolar, for example, bipolar mania. So psychiatric conditions, for example, you will never know that you're sick. It is other people to tell with the way you're behaving with them, with the way you're carrying yourself around. They say, hey, this man never used to talk alone. Now he walks talking alone. Okay? This man never used to raise his voice, but now he talks at the top of his voice. Okay? Those are subtle signs that things are not well. And then, of course, the most important thing are the nutrients. Because we know, I think one time we shall share about, we shall have a training on the 3 kinds of health. Okay? There are 3 kinds of health that me and you need to live well. Okay? The 3 kinds of health. And one of them is the health of your body, okay? Because you need health of the spirit. You don't have to be, I'm a Christian, someone is a Muslim, another one is, I'm not saying that everyone should be religious, but there should be some spiritual health. There should be a health with your relationship to a power greater than you, okay? Then there should be health in the mind. Some people, they are sick in the mind. They don't think well. Okay, but that's another topic for another time. But now, someone should be healthy in the body. That's the 3rd important health that we must have. And when people come to the hospital, for example, when people come to the hospital, as a doctor, I can treat the health of the body. But if the spirit and the mind are sick, the person may not get well. You see? The example I can give is that in Uganda, there is a pandemic of HIV. It started around 1980 something there, okay? That time when people just started getting sick all over the world, by the way, that's when the HIV pandemic hit. Many people got sick, very sick at the same time because of HIV. And people would say that, okay, before you know that you're HIV positive, you seem well. But then when the moment they tell you that you're sick, you die very fast. What that would communicate is that a person is sick in the body, but the mind is still healthy. So they can try to push on, okay, well, I'm well and well. So the mind is trying to, the body is already dying, but the mind is still a bit healthy. So the person has not broken down. But now when you tell them that you're sick, you have HIV, now the mind also gets sick. Okay, so the body is sick, the mind is sick, the person dies very fast. You see? In a hospital, the same way. You're treating someone, that one who gets more visitors will heal faster than this one who gets no visitors. Someone who prays, you're giving the ceftriaxone, you're giving the whatever, but this one who gets visitors, they pray for him, they pray for you, they say, we are praying for you, we are together. That person gets better, faster than the other one probably is not alone, maybe. And so it shows you how important that health is, that we are not only healthy in the mind and in the spirit, we must also be healthy in the body. And also our products, by the way, as we sell these products, as you get a customer, you must address all those three things. You must have your customer have confidence in the product that, okay, this is going to help me. Okay, so the product is going to work, but if their mind has not bought into the product, they're going to buy the product and they put it under the bed. They put it under the bed because they don't believe it's going to work for them. They take it 1 or 2 days, it causes them some nausea. They say, and if you don't check on them, you remember to make another sale you sold to them the other month. You say, whom can I sell to? Say, I sold the Jimmy some colon detox last month. It must be over now. Let me give him a call and see if I can sell to him another one again. You see, some people are like that. Then you call him to say, hey, Jimmy, how are you? Now you're trying to initiate another conversation because you want to make another sale. Then he tells you, the things you gave me, they caused me diarrhea. I even put them away. Okay, I threw them in the bin, or I put them under the bed. Okay, because yes, the product would have worked, but Jimmy's mind was not prepared for the product. Okay, and so as we go through today, we should look at it at that perspective. That yes, our products are good, but as I'm selling them, I must sell to the body, to the person who's listening to me, is going to get their money out of the pocket, but I'm also going to sell the product to their mind. I'm going to sell the product to their mind. I'm going to sell the product to their spirit. So that when they get the product, okay, yes, hey, Coleman, this is a Trimton, very good product for weight loss. It works like this. It has this product. And by the way, it is a very good product because it's made by this company. So you're taking it, you sell all those good things. Okay? Then you must also sell those same good things to Coleman's mind. Okay? That she puts it in her mind that this Trimton is going to work for me. Okay, and says, I have been looking for something to help me work. I must make this product work for me. Come rain, come sunshine. You see? Then you must also sell it to their spirit that they are confident that the product is going to work. Okay, so whatever instructions you give them, whatever cautions you tell them that, okay, maybe on the first 2-3 days it may cause you some nausea, some vomiting, they expect them. So when they get them, they're not surprised. They say, no, shit, he told me. And you keep using, okay? That's how you get a customer to use the product religiously and they come back and buy as well, okay? And we need, all of us in this world, we must make ourselves aware, even us who are listening as distributors, but also as customers, that we need a health partner. You see, you can imagine people have got a financial plan, okay? Many people have a financial plan. Many people have got a social plan. Someone says, for me, weekends are for my social life. Take out my family, go out, drink with friends. Social plan, okay? Very few people have a health plan. Very few. They may have a medical care plan. Okay, they have insurance when they fall sick. But then we've seen that that is not sustainable. What is sustainable is to have something that should keep you healthy in the first place. Because falling sick for you to get treated on insurance is not as effective as you not getting sick in the first place. And there are things, for example, that insurance won't get you. For people who use insurance, those who can afford it, say, well, when I get sick, I'll go and pay and see a doctor. That's okay. But then the aspect of time for you to go and see a doctor, an organ which has gotten sick, yes, it has been treated, but it's not going to work as effective as one which didn't get sick in the first place. If you get kidney disease, you get, for example, if you got an acute kidney injury, the kidneys may never work as well as they used to work before you got that injury. Okay? The liver, which has been intoxicated with an overdose of drugs, with an overdose of beer, is not going to work as effectively as that one of someone who doesn't use beer. You see? And so, the issue of, okay, I'll wait to get sick and go and see the doctor, you want to help ourselves see that, okay, I don't have to wait for a doctor, that, okay, I'll first wait to get sick to go to the hospital. We want to help people see that, we want to help ourselves and also our clients see that I can create a lifestyle where I keep myself as far away from the doctor as possible, yet healthy. And that's the message of our products. That's the most important message, okay? And that will also save us from things like, okay, doctor, what do I give for this one with cancer? What do I give this for liver care? Because we're not doctors. It can be very hard, okay? For a distributor like Jimmy has never been to the class board to recommend a product that for someone who has liver cancer, very hard. You may sell to the customer, no problem. That customer may get well, wonderful. But then that may not be duplicable. It may not be, the same that everybody is going to have a customer who has cancer. Okay, you can imagine you have a big team. For you have these customers who have cancer, but how many people in your team have an access to customers who have cancer? Very few. Okay, how many people have access to customers who have high blood pressure in your team? Very few. Yet you want also each and every member in your team to be able to have a customer, make some good profit, rank up, okay? Rank up, and everyone makes that stair step, that extra income. And that's what we want, okay? And so the confidence to say, okay, you take this if you have liver disease, take this if you have kidney disease, becomes very complex and very hard for many people. Even someone who's doing it with confidence, maybe they're doing it because they've done it over time, but the credibility, the reliability is not very good. Yet, if we help our customers see that, okay, these products can help you, yes, when you're sick, wonderful. But then the goal is to even keep you well in the first place, a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle because in the Western world, taking a supplement is a lifestyle. It's not that you need to first get sick. You hope your customer appreciate that, okay, I need a health companion every day. I have a health plan. I have a financial plan, have a social plan, and they say, okay, for me, in my health plan, one of the things is I jog in the morning. I take my total vitality blend. Okay, I take my trim tone. I take my muscle bone care, depending on my need and my interest. Okay, and what is good about our products that they cut across that. Yes, I'm taking muscle bone care, but it has several other benefits, not only attached to muscle and bone. Okay, and then you have that customer with that kind of mindset that, okay, I'm taking it not because I have this pressure or what, I'm taking it because I need to be healthy. Then we get on the right track as distributors, and that's what we want. So that we are not saying, hey, whom do I give cancer? Whom do I give kidney disease? In the end, we mess up. And sometimes even when we sell the products to people who are very sick, they don't work for them, and then we make you associate, the person starts associating our products with poor outcome. You use those things, didn't work. Yes, they didn't work because maybe they were used the right product but on the wrong customer. You see, use the right product on the wrong person. You need the three things. You need the right product, the right customer, the right time. Very important. Okay, because someone may be the right customer, but the timing is wrong. Someone has had kidney disease, it is end stage disease, and then you want to bring in, okay, resveratrol. Resveratrol, they go to their doctor, what I say, don't stop this thing. And now they say, I told you, don't buy those things. And now you have a very bad talk about your wonderful product. Okay, because you have used it you have used the right product, very wonderful product, but you've used it at the wrong time. Okay, very important. So supplementation becomes very important because all of us every day in our health plan, our bodies are exposed to so many things. Okay, I think this one has become a daily talk. But they say repetition is the mother of mastery. Okay, that our body. You can imagine. You're 30 years old. You're 20 years old. You're 60 years old. You're 40 years old. Just picture how a 20-year-old car looks like. How a 20-year-old car. Someone says, "I've driven this car for 20 years." You can have a picture of how it looks like. Those who are in Kampala, we have very interesting taxis. These commuter taxis. You look at the taxi and you say, my goodness, this one is also a vehicle. Probably the manufacturer in Japan even forgot that they're the ones who made that car. That if you call the manufacturer of the car to come and say, if they're just walking around and you told them that, hey, you are the one who manufactured this car, they will say, you are lying. Because it has completely changed the way it looks. It's very old. It's used up. It's just 10 years. Meanwhile, this person has been changing the brakes, probably they changed the oil, they have changed the tires, all those things. Now, bring that perspective into your body and mind. Okay? You walk every day. You eat so many different things every day. Some things you don't even know who has prepared them. We don't know where they have come from. The food we eat these days is quite interesting. There are fruits you eat and they have no seed in it. You can imagine. They plant maize now. After 2, 3, after a week or after 4 weeks, 6 weeks, it is on the marketplace. But they planted it 4 weeks ago. Okay, and it's very big. You eat this very big maize. The corn is very big, and you say, how did it get this big? Without any test. And that explains the reason why, for example, the statistics say that on a daily basis, there are millions of cancer cells that form in your body. Even now, as you're listening to me, we are all forming cancer cells in the body because of the DNA damage that occurs in a single day with what we have breathed in, with what we have eaten, with what has come into contact with our body. Meaning, as we go to sleep in the night, our body gets to the task of removing these cancer cells. Should it fail, that's how people end up with cancer. That, okay, the system failed, or the cancer cells were so many that over time, the body has been failing to eliminate them. Now you have a tumor. Whatever process that has been causing these cancer cells has outpowered or has overpowered the mechanism that fights them. Then you end up with that cancer of the breast, that cancer of the cervix, that cancer of the liver, whatever it is. No DNA damage. And yet we know that what my body needs to repair this damage on a daily basis are simple molecules that, if I could eat them, they showed me, okay, there's zinc, there's a piece of zinc here, there's a piece of magnesium here, probably they could put them on my plate and I eat them instead of eating chips, and fried chicken. But now we can't do that. And yet, we need them on a daily because as I go to sleep in the night, I need my DNA repaired. So what do? I look for something that is rich in very natural zinc, something that is rich in selenium, something that is rich in magnesium, something that is rich in copper, something that's rich in folate, and I put it in my body. Yes, I ate the ugali. Yes, I ate the beans. Yes, I ate the bread. Those are important for my energy, but they're not going to help me repair the damaged DNA. And yet the effect of that damage is going to catch up with me when I'm 40, 50, 60. And yet that damage is irreversible at that point in time. And yet for most people, especially in Africa, that's the age where responsibilities are many. Man has started going up. You want to start enjoying yourself, but now you're grappling with a kidney disease, a liver disease, for something that you could have addressed with a simple habit of taking, say, some respiratory every day. One like this, you have a supply of zinc, you have a supply of the selenium, and you have your DNA repaired. Okay? Then the same micronutrients our body is fighting every day. Now that is outside, we've left DNA damage. Our bodies are fighting infections every day. Okay? Every single day. You can imagine if we put, I remember the best illustration was during COVID of how germs move, that even touching a doorknob, you know, in the office, the germs which are there, you cannot imagine. Okay, that if we got a swab, you know, for people who work in the lab, there's what we call a swab. They get a swab, they just touch on the doorknob and you put under a microscope. You'd be amazed. Recently, there is a video which people used to share on social media of tap water. You know, if you got tap water that's flowing in your sink at home and you put it in a microscope, you'll be amazed at how many guys are in that water. Very many guys moving like this, but for you, you can't see them. They're microscopic. But if you put them under a microscope, there are very many with different shapes and they're moving in the water. For you, when you look at it, it looks clean. But my friend, okay, and so our bodies constantly fight those guys as you eat them in the food, as you breathe them on the streets, as you touch the doorknobs, okay? You need the system that keeps those things away, or they keeps them from harming your body, okay? And that's the use of the immune system, okay? Your immunity keeps the germs away. There are people who suffer from UTIs, ladies, UTI all the time. Sometimes because the immunity is low, any germs that enter the urine system, they affect you. They cause you UTI, okay? Because the immunity is low. There are people who never fail to have coughs every time if there's a cold. Is away for a full week because of a cold. Immunity is low. You know, these days, the children, people have babies. You find the child is on syrup treatment for cough from Monday to Sunday, then gets another week and another week on syrup for cough and antibiotics. Because they have to go in the school and these coughs are funny. Child goes to school, is okay, comes back with a cough, you treat it, they go back, they pick another one. Because at school, at least there's someone always who has a cough or flu, a cold. Immunity is low. And yet our immune cells need very simple things to keep them healthy and strong and encourage the body to make more. Things like zinc, things like iron, things like vitamin C, okay? Which you need on a daily, but if you don't supply it, the body will show up. At one point, it will show up. Someone will say, but I don't feel sick now. That's not the kind of person we are talking to. We're not talking about someone who says, I want to first wait and get sick before I use the product. That's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about someone who says, well, I'll make it deliberate to live well, to live healthy. That's the kind of person we want to address mostly in our sharing today. Okay? And then blood, okay? Everything in your system is sustained by blood, because blood is what carries the nutrients, is what carries oxygen, okay? It's what removes the toxins from the body for elimination. Very important. And for ladies, for example, ladies on every month, you know, you bleed, you lose blood. Most women, that's why when there's a test we call the CBC, complete blood count. Men have the minimum a man should have is around 12. For the lady, at least even 11 is okay, because a woman every month they lose blood, they lose iron every month. For someone unfortunate and they bleed a lot, they can even bleed to really severe anemia. Okay, and yet blood is very important because it's what helps the brain to heal in the night. In the night, your brain must receive a very big volume of blood, such that it can repair itself, coordinate the healing process of the different parts of the body, grow, because the brain that directs your body to grow and when to grow and how to grow. You know, I like telling people that sometimes people will process or understand things at different rates because of how well our brains developed. If someone's brain didn't develop well, probably they will understand things slowly. They will not be sharp. They will not be, you have to explain something 10 times for them to see, to understand it. Okay? Because the brain is so slow, processing power very low. Okay? Yeah, there are people who, they pick things very fast. The brain has a good memory. They remember well. Because the brain is well perfused, good oxygenation, good nutrients, so it is well repaired, well looked after, well cleaned. Okay, and one of the things that do that is good blood supply. Okay. And what does this need to have? Good blood in your body, clean good blood in your body. You know, you need folate, you need zinc, you need copper, you need calcium, simple things which you may not get from ugali or nsima for people in Zambia. You will not get it from posho, you will not get it from chapati, from the chikomando. Chikomando here is a mix of beans and chapati in Uganda. Okay, you won't get it from there, and yet you need it for a health and, you know, vibrant, productive life. And the brain itself to be able to sustain the plans you have. You know, one man likes to say that invest in your mind, and then your mind will invest in your pocket. But your mind is housed in the brain. If you're dozing all the time, they are presenting, you know, you can imagine you're presenting a good business plan to a person and they are dozing. They cannot be rich. That person cannot, you know, they cannot even, if they join the team, they will disturb you. Okay? You're presenting left, right, this money, left, right, and the person is dozing, you know, that someone is talking about presenting a good idea that can push them to the next level, and the person is yawning, they're dozing, they have no focus, because the brain is underdeveloped, is malnourished. It's a malnourished brain. Okay? And for Africa, that's a very important thing, because in Africa, when our brains are growing in the most critical period of time, you know, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, we don't give good food to our children. No wonder we can't go to the moon. We can't go to the moon because we have no knowledge to take ourselves to the moon. All we can do is, you know, make some roads with potholes here and there, okay? Because we can't think. Our thinking capacity is not that big because of how we eat. Because, you know, we eat. Yet we have good environment. We have good weather. But the foods we even eat these days, they are not very nutritious for the brain to grow well and think well, and, you know, be productive, be energetic, be vibrant. Very important. So how do you get there? Get some good things for your children, you know. We have the gummies. Children don't like eating fruits. Okay, if they don't like eating fruits, give them some gummies. You have to supply the folate, the zinc, the magnesium, and those are things the brain needs to grow and develop well. So even when they go to school to study, you know, it is meaningful study. Very important. And so, these become very, very important aspects as we talk about our products, that we help each other appreciate that, okay, our products are not only for the sick. We're not looking for sick people. You know, some people, someone sends you a message, doctor, I have this customer. He has a stage 2 cancer of the pancreas. You say, oh my goodness. Now, this distributor, very genuine, no problem, wants to help a person, but now cancer of the pancreas. Our product may help, yes. But probably the distributor is also going to represent it the wrong way. Say, hey, take this, you're going to get well, which is not right. Okay? Which is not right. And so these issues are the reason we should keep reminding ourselves that our products are not only for the sick, they are for me and you as well, who is not yet sick. Because even the food we eat, you can imagine, when you go to the marketplace, here in Uganda these days, sometimes, you know, you go to the market, you want to buy passion fruit, and there's no passion fruit. And then they tell you the passion fruit is from there, is from Kenya. You know, people from Kenya, sometimes you get passion fruit from your side. But it has been traveling from Kenya. By the time it reaches the Nakasero market, it has been in transit for a week or two. Now, you can imagine a fruit which has been in transit for a week or two. Which nutrients is it going to supply? You see, the mangoes are harvested before they get ready. They ripen as they're in transit. You know, they pick them when they are raw, pack them in those boxes, transport them to the market, so that by the time they reach the market, they are ripe. But they have ripened not because they are ready, but because of the heat and all the conditions they have gone through. So eat a mango. Yes, you say you convince yourself you've eaten a mango, but the value, the nutritional value in what you've eaten is not there. You see? Meanwhile, the mango you're saying you've eaten, it has been sprayed from the time the flowering, what? But from the time of flowering to the point where they brought it to you, they have been spraying it with different chemicals. Okay, very important. And so our message when we see things like, someone aging, cancers, these days it's not very rare to find young people looking old, okay, because of the things we go through. It's not very rare to find a 30-year-old with diseases of old people. These days people have pressure are not very old people, they're young people. 30 years, 35 years, pressure, hypertensive, diabetic, okay, arthritis, all these issues because of these things that we are talking about, and so our bodies need that support, need that companion, a health companion, something you can use. And you see it is interesting that once you're doing something, you'll always get some benefit. Even just using one product like this, you say, okay, for me, okay, I won't use all the others. I'll only keep using this one. It is enough for me. That can create a difference in the long grand scheme of things. The discipline about you taking your total vitality blend every day. You may not appreciate the benefit now, but 2 years later, 3 years later, as your friends are complaining about these things, for you don't even know how they look like. Hey, I get tired all the time. For you are always at the top of your game. I don't sleep at night. For you, when you go to sleep, you rest well. Okay? Because of that simple discipline of you appreciating that, okay, since I will not eat fruit, since I'm not able to eat fruits every day, good vegetables every day, let me get this total vitality blend, let me get this resveratrol, let me get this super omega, okay, to keep my blood with good fat and flowing very well, keep my heart flowing very well, and supply these important nutrients for my what? For my health. And so the benefits, the cardiovascular benefit, the brain, the physicality, the kidney function, the liver health, the skin health, we all need that. And there's no part of the body which is not important. Your hair is as important as your nails. Your nails are as important as your teeth. Okay? Your teeth are as important as your heart. Of course, some organs play a more important role than the other, but we all need them. Someone will say, well, but I don't have to die when I'm healthy. That's okay. Meaning this message is not for you. This message is for people who are saying, okay, I want to be as healthy as I can so that I can accomplish as much as I can, be with my family as much as I can, be happy and productive. And so you find that the way our products are made, the fact that they are naturally extracted products with very unique ingredients, okay? And what is good about our products is that they are naturally extracted and they have been made by a trusted company, 25 years of 25 years of doing the work, and good enough, some of us have used them and we've seen that they actually work, okay? That's very important as well. Because if it is zinc, you'll find a lot of zinc on the marketplace. Zinc. If it is folate, you'll find a lot of folate in our marketplace. If it is calcium, you'll find a lot of calcium on the marketplace. But then, for me, I'll buy my Total Vitality blend, okay, with some zinc, some selenium, some magnesium, which has been extracted from a natural source. That adds an advantage because my body is natural. So the more natural things I supply, the better for my health. You see? That's why the WHO will say eat 5 fruits, 5 vegetables a day. Because they know that by the time you eat 5 fruits, 5 vegetables a day, you supply enough antioxidants. You supply enough anti-inflammatory compounds to clean your body, replenish the important micronutrients, and wake up healthier and more, more functional. Things like rosea, very important and powerful antioxidant. I mean, if my product has got something which has good supply of natural antioxidants, and I've seen that most of the troubles that my body is going to have are going to come from oxidative stress, from free radicals that I've breathed in, I've eaten free radicals which are going to come because as your immune system is fighting all the germs you've been eating, more free radicals are formed. Okay, those immune systems, the immune cells we looked at, the white cells, as they're fighting the germs you drank in the water, more free radicals are formed. And now I have a product rich in antioxidants, which are going to come and mop out those what? Those free radicals, those oxidating agents, and have less inflammation in my body. So my organs are going to heal better. They're going to be less inflamed. And then you wake up more lively and full of energy. You know, grapeseed extract. Most of our products have got grapeseed extract, which is also a very important antibiotic. Green tea. This green tea is interesting. The people are selling green tea alone. You know, they say someone say green tea for them. That's the only business they're doing. Green tea. For you, green tea is just one of the ingredients in what we are selling. And you see, God is also wise. There is a reason why He didn't create a fruit. He would have said, okay, I don't have time. Let me make only mangoes. I know my creation, my people have created need fruits, but I don't have time. Let me only create mangoes. But created so many fruits. Reason, all the things you need cannot be found in one place. All the ingredients you need cannot be from a single source. That's what also makes our products unique. You find products on the market, they say these ones are from this ingredient, these ones for us, we extract them from this, and they tell you that they are going to help you with this, and this. That can't work. Okay? It can't work. Otherwise, even the medical world would have only one medicine that treats everything. Take this tablet, it will heal your headache, treat your pressure, treat your diabetes, treat your arthritis. It is not there. Okay? There is a reason why God created there's a reason why there are so many different things that we need to put in our body to be healthy, because each thing brings different benefits to the body. And you have that benefit that in our products, they have been brought together, different important things that the body need, brought together into one or two, and then you use them and you have all these benefits combined for what we call for a synergistic benefit or effect for the healing of your body. And so our products, we know that one of the things that the person is going to benefit is that they're going to get very important vitamins. Okay, someone using the Total Vita Blend, Resveratrol, Super Omega, very important vital amines, very important minerals, essential fatty acids. Vitamins, the reason why they're called vitamins means vital amines. Vitamins means vital amines. Vital means important. Okay, you need them. Otherwise, the body cannot make them from anywhere. You must supply them. You want something to boost your immunity. Who doesn't want their immunity to be boosted? Who wants to be falling sick all the time? Which lady enjoys having discharge from down all the time, or UTIs all the time? You know, yet if they can get something to keep their immunity stronger, it can create a big difference. Okay, who doesn't want to have their heart supported? One of the organs which works in the medical world, when you're doing those ultrasound scans, when a woman we are trying to see if they're pregnant or not, there's a scan we do, and the first thing we are looking for is the heart. You know, we call it the heart flicker. Even before all the other organs form, the first thing that forms in the human body, or the first thing that shows that the baby in the mother's uterus is good baby and is alive, is that small thing beating there. Very small, but very important. If it is not there, we shall say this is an abortion or it's a missed abortion. So meaning the heart has been beating even before you were born. Okay? And now you're 30 years old, you're 40 years old. Can you imagine? Beating without resting. Meanwhile, you've been supplying all the Blue Band, all the butter, all the beer, okay? Clogged and is struggling to pump the blood through those vessels. What more do you need, than, how about if you just supplied maybe some Super Omega, to make it work simpler, but wash clear the blood vessels, make blood lighter, boost your good cholesterol content, just something, because something has supported you for 40 years. For you, just don't mind, you eat everything, but you don't mind about what the body is giving back to you. Someone likes to say that all of us, we must take care of our bodies because it's the only house we have. The only house me and you have is your body. There's no other house you have. You'll be surprised that some people reach a point where they say, I wish I had another body, because the one they have, it is a lot. They are in pain, they can't sleep, it is here aching and here is paining, there is paining, and they say, I wish I could have something else, I could stay somewhere else. But now they have nowhere to go. So that's the most important house that you have. And a healthy frame. Who doesn't want to have healthy bones, healthy muscles, healthy joints? As you go along the way, you can't be successful, you can't achieve when you are not strong in the body, strong muscles, strong bones, healthy joints to keep you moving and, doing what you want to do. And so when things go wrong over time because of neglect, because we feel they are not that important, by the time we are forced to take them important, sometimes it's a bit too late. Okay? That's why sometimes you can also feel and say, hey, depending on what you've told me, I'll not sell you my product. You may not tell it to them like that, but sometimes you don't have to sell to everyone. Why should you sell your make a bad name for our products? It is too late for them. Okay, too late for them. So as we share our products, let us emphasize more to people who are not yet even sick in the first place, because those are the ones we are looking for. So things like joint flex, things like muscle bone care. They are for women who are not yet in menopause. Don't wait for menopause when you have osteoporosis to start taking some muscle bone care. Take it now. So by the time you reach menopause, for your bones are already strong, calcium is still there. You see? So that you can repair, protect, and lubricate your joints, take care of your bones and muscles. And then the other important thing that I've already talked about is the synergistic benefit of everything. We've said that our body needs so many things on a daily, which you may not supply in the food you've eaten during the day. Yet that Total Vitality blend is going to bring these different things that you need closer to you, okay? And in a simpler way. You can imagine that, okay, I've taken my Total Vita blend, I've taken my resveratrol, I've taken my Super Omega. I do that today, maybe I will not see a benefit. I do it tomorrow, maybe there's no benefit. But 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, a year of use, I'll be different from someone who has not been taking. In the way I feel, in the way, probably I have not even you will not see a doctor the whole year. You are productive, you're energetic, you wake up as the other guy is struggling with the pains here and there, memory loss here and there. Okay? And that small difference can determine the quality of life you live compared to the other person who is not taking. And so these products are very important in, boosting the joint flex, the muscle bone care, boosting the human flame. The human frame, we are looking at your bones, your joints, your muscles, because those are the things which support the rest. We call it the casing, the encasing. There's a reason why everything that is important in your body is hidden under bones, behind the bones. The heart is behind the bones, the chest, the rib cage. The lungs are hidden in the bones. The brain is covered in the bones. Okay, because those are things you are protecting, things which are a little more important. So meaning if you don't take care of them as well, they'll fail you. Very important. And so a few years later, we all arrive, okay? We can arrive. Someone who has been taking some trim tone, someone has been taking some resveratrol, someone has been taking some Total Vitality Life. And the other one who has not been taking, 5 years from now, we shall all be there. Okay, for you've been taking your trim tone, me, I've not been taking, but we are all 5 years older now. Okay? However, here is the catch. Many can arrive, if you've not been taking, with pains, inflammation, swollen joints, and this is a sure deal because we've said the human body is perishable. It's perishable. It is not something that is going to work forever, especially if you don't take good care of it. So me was been trying to take good care of, and it shows up. If you've been driving a car, you're driving a car, you put the good fuel, you put the right filters, you change the oil the right time you're changing. And the other person who's not doing them, your cars cannot last the same duration. His car will start breaking down. after maybe a year or two, for you can drive your car a bit longer because you take good care of it. And that is nature, you know? And so we shall arrive. But me was been taking my Trimton, my Super Omega, my, Vitality blend. I'll have an advantage. Maybe I'll be healthier, more vibrant, sharper, energetic, productive. I don't have the pains you complain about. I don't have the pressure you have. I don't have to take the antihypertensive that you have to take every day, the diabetic drugs you have to take every day. Okay. And that can create a difference in how we enjoy life. For me, I enjoy my life with my grandchildren. For you, when they come, you are crying everywhere. There are people whom you visit, and the only conversation they have is tell you how painful their body is. Okay. And then you go somewhere else, and it's a totally different story. And that difference is not instant. It's something that someone has been doing maybe for the last 10 years, 20 years that you have not been doing today. And so that's a message we should carry as we share products. But also we ourselves as we use the product, and we can create difference for ourselves, but also for so many people out there. And that makes the distributors of Okata to make us, and that makes what we do. But it's about creating a healthy lifestyle for me and you and those around us. So thank you and have a
Hello, hello, hello. That was a lovely sharing, Dr. Derrick Mwanje. We really appreciate learning why we need to supplement as individuals, in the independent business owners, leaders at Okata, company executives, and of course, as our customers, why we need to supplement. This is good. This is very educative. And I believe those of you who have attended and you are selling products, this information is very, very vital. I would like to have Dr. Eli, if you can unmute yourself, to round off this as the head of Health Professional Council, and we call it a day. Thank you, Dr. Eli. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy Cheune. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Doctor.
Thank you so much, and I want to welcome each one of you here, and I want you guys to join me as we appreciate the excellent work Dr. Mwanje is doing in training our distributors and helping them gain a clear understanding of a supplement. Dr. Derrick, your dedication, professionalism, and ability to communicate complex information in a practical and impactful way. It's a very amazing. Thank you so much. So as I want to conclude, I want to also take this opportunity that as we are concluding, doctors talked about everything, but me, I'll urge you or encourage you, or I'll humbly request you to at least, because we have a lot of supplements,
Sorry, Dr. Eli, we are unable to hear you, and I believe you are muted.
Oh
if you
dear.
can unmute you. Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So I was saying that I want to argue each one of you to take at least 2 supplements, because you have a lot of supplements. You cannot take them all. But I want you to take at least 2 total vitality that will help you to have all those minerals that the body wants on a daily basis, the vitamin the body wants on a daily basis. And secondly, I want you to take super omega, because remember, doctor told you that the most important part of our body is the brain, that the brain controls everything. And remember, the brain is made up, 70% of the brain is fat. So we need to feed our brain with a fat, the DHA and EPA, that is omega-3. The inflammation, we get the lead of inflammation because every day we have issues. We have a heart. So that omega-3 will help us. So I argue each one of you here at least to use only two supplements, only two. Those two, they will be enough. And I know those two, as doctor say, that after some time, you will testify that me, after using this supplement religiously every single day, at least I've gained something out of it. I want to thank you, Mr. Cheyune, because we don't have time. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you who have joined us. And I know you guys have learned. All the greetings from here. I love you. God bless you. Bye.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Eli Seboa, the head of HPC. And once again, thank you everyone who has managed to join this call. We have had a great training, and I would like to end the call right now. And let's go put this in practice. God bless you and have a lovely night. Bye-bye.